out there. You got Plum scared. Did you get Plum scared? Who got Plum scared? Did anyone else get Plum scared? Yeah! You got me a little. Yeah! So, today we are going to be yapping about the latest 4 episodes that happened in September. That happened in You and I Don't Precure. Yeah. Yeah. For those who are unfamiliar, basically Precure Talk is where I go over the latest episodes that happened during the season. I used to do it bi-weekly, but now I do it monthly. Yeah! Episode 51 and 52. No, episode 31 and 32. And 33 and 34. Usually Precure never goes past 50 episodes. Like, it's usually, like, 50 is the max they go. So, there's probably never going to be an episode 51 or 52. It would be a first if they ever did that. Yeah! Also, before I forget, let me say hi to everybody! I'm gonna go based on the participants list! Hi, Ultra Gunvote! Technically, it's because this I don't know how. Actually, wait. I don't know how your name is in the front alphabetically. Well, anyways, because like there's the chaos, but that starts with a C. But I don't know. I don't know how it's how it's at the top. But anyways, hi Ultra Gunvote. Hi Alex. Hi Angel. Hi Animax Spicy. Hi Brock. Hi Bryant. Hi Caleb. Hi Dark Shadows. Hi Delta Viridian. Hi Eagle. Hi Golden Dragon. Hi Isaac. Hi Jessica. Hi Kevin. Hi Lightning. Hi Marshall. Hi Mazidin. Hi Quixie. Hi Richard. Hi Robert. Hi Starlight Gamer. Hi The Noble Shade. Welcome! Yeah! Hi Nostalgic TV Pocraver. Welcome! Hello Plum, I don't know anything about Precure, and the only magical girl stuff I've watched was Madoka Magica and Sailor Moon way back in the Tsunami days. So I hope to learn a little bit with you tonight. Yeah! Yeah! You are gonna get a little glimpse at what the episodes are like. These episodes are definitely a bit more filler episodes, I'd say. So I am probably, and due to the fact that there are 4 episodes that we're gonna yap about, I'm probably going to go over them a little bit quicker. So yeah, I'm gonna go over them a little bit quicker. So it just so it doesn't take too long. But yeah, I learned something interesting today. What did you learn? Yeah! Did Canada get Cartoon Network and Toonami in the 90s? I think it did, but I didn't have access to it. I guess whatever TV plan I had growing up, it just did not have it. It didn't have Cartoon Network, but it did have Teletoon. I think Teletoon isn't Teletoon like the equivalent of Cartoon Network in Canada, I think? I'm not too sure. Because Teletoon did have Cartoon Network shows. Technically, we don't have Cartoon Network in Canada, but we have YTV and Teletoon. Yeah, I remember YTV and Teletoon. I wasn't sure where growing up, I didn't know where Cartoon Network really came from. I didn't know it was a specific TV channel. But yeah. I learned that Heinz created an everything sauce? An everything sauce? Wait, how does that work? Oh, wait, birthday! Happy birthday, Quixie! I hope you had a great day! Yeah! Too much in one sauce is a crime. I'm scared to know how an everything sauce works. Every sauce they made, ketchup, mustard, relish, mayonnaise, sriracha, etc. all in one sauce. What would that even taste like? Like, to be fair, like, at least for the combination of ketchup, mustard, and relish isn't too bad. Mayonnaise, mayonnaise isn't too bad either. But sriracha? But, like, what would you use it? Like, if it was just ketchup, mustard, and relish, it would make sense for, like, hot dogs. Ranch and ketchup as well? Really? That doesn't sound like a good combination. Toonami made its debut back in 1997, the same year I was born. Ah, I see! It makes me think 12-year-olds at McDonald's putting all the sodas in the soda fountain into one cup. I did not like mixing. I was not one of those children. I would not do that. I would not combine drinks. But I think I remember some people, some kids my age at the time trying when I was growing up. Yeah. I bought some more manga today. Yeah! Sriracha and mayo makes spicy mayo for sushi. Does it? Do people put mayo on sushi and sriracha too? I don't eat sushi enough to know. I wouldn't really know. Yeah. I used to combine food back in elementary. I would not. I would not. I didn't want to combine foods most of the time. Like, I would keep things as separate as I could. I mean, there were some things that I would mix together, but like it was rare. It wasn't that rare. It was rare. It was rare that I'd mix certain foods together. Have you watched Ed, Edd and Eddy? I have not. I've heard of it, but I have not. Spicy mayo is used for Pokeballs too. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I have heard of spicy mayo, but not like sriracha and mayo combined. Wait, is that basically what spicy mayo is? Sriracha and mayonnaise combined? Is that what it basically is? If not, I never put 2 and 2 together. If it is, I never realized it. Pretty much? Oh. Okay, I never realized. I never realized it was both of them. I put bacon and popcorn chicken on a Totino's pizza and it was amazing. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about chicken on a pizza. But it's okay. If it's yummy. If it's yummy and if you like it, then that's what matters, right? Oh, bye, nostalgic TV Punk Craver. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day or night. The only thing I've seen of that show is was that one cameo they did with the Powerpuff Girls. Oh, I didn't even. It doesn't surprise me they did a cameo with the Powerpuff Girls, but I just never seen it. I've just heard about it. And I've seen like clips of it, kinda. I've never watched it. You'd be surprised. There's a lot that I have not watched. Chocolate bars and M&M's is good with popcorn. Is it? Oh, is it because of the sweet and salty? It could be. found a pretty cool soda machine from Wendy's with a touchscreen for cherry, grapes, grape vanilla, wait, grape vanilla? Wait, grape and vanilla? Or, like, combined? That's the first I hear of that. Line that could auto-mix and almost anything you like. Oh, only seen one at the store, though. Only seen at one store, though. Oh, I see. Hi, Evie! Welcome! Yeah. Chocolate and popcorn. That'd be a pretty good. That's a pretty good combination. I don't think I've had it though. Or like at least growing up, I don't think I've had it. Hi Venom, welcome! My PC is also ready, and I got a new SSD internal storage for more performance, faster than ever. Yeah! Congrats on the new PC, or like actually. Congrats on having the PC repaired! Yeah! Found a list. Burger sauce, garlic sauce, aioli sauce? Bacon. What's baconaise? Bacon mayonnaise? Huh? Sweet chili, chip sauce. Wait, what's saucy sauce? Wait, huh? Mayo racha, mayo must, truffle mayo, garlic mayo, caramelized mayo? Caramelized mayo? Onion mayo? Huh? How do you combine all those sauces into one? I mean, I know it's possible, but like, what would you use it for? What does it taste like? What would you use it for? I just realized we're yapping about everything but Precure. Yeah, we'll get to the episodes. We will get to the episodes, don't worry. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go over them a little bit quicker since most of these episodes are pretty much they're pretty much filler episodes. There's not too much important things in the plot as far as I remember from these episodes. But yeah. So at least if we get off track, at least we're still gonna at least it shouldn't be too bad. People probably eat it with their last meal or something. The sauce, I really don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense to me if you like mix all of those sauces. I don't know. Like, some of those sauces I didn't even know there was that many types of mayo. Like, shouldn't it just be mayonnaise at that rate? Like, with almost half of it is different variations of mayo. So, yeah. Hi, Darren, welcome! You'd be surprised at how good some combinations taste. Ah, that's true. But to combine all of the sauces together, just to use it whenever, like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, I don't, like, maybe some combinations, but everything mixed together, sometimes it's not always ideal. Sometimes it doesn't give, sometimes it doesn't have the best taste, but who knows. I didn't watch Cartoon Network often growing up because I wasn't allowed to. My parents see the channel for tweens and teenagers. I see. That's okay though. Yeah. I just didn't watch that many shows because like I didn't quite understand schedules. Well, sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. It was weird. But, like, I would just go with whatever was on TV at the time. Like, pretty much going through the guide. The TV guide and stuff. Yeah. And sometimes I never would, like, specifically follow if a show, like, aired at a specific time on a specific day. So that's why I did, like, there's a lot of shows I just didn't end up watching. Hi, Angelic, welcome! sauces, all of them. I just got here. I didn't know what's going on, but I want to be random. It's okay. Welcome. Apparently, the sauce thing is because Heinz made an everything sauce and they basically combined all of their sauces. Why? I have no idea. Don't ask me. I'm gonna go eat. Can I tell you, beautiful people? Bye, Quixie! Thank you for stopping by! And happy birthday once again! Yeah! Have a good night! Hi, KB Slayer! Welcome! Yeah. Just leave it on and let the TV scheduling gods take over from there. That's sometimes what, like, sometimes you just leave the TV on as well. The pre-streaming era, you had to flick through channels and hope something looks interesting. Yeah. And I think that's how I ended up stumbling upon Precure originally. Cause I know, like, I don't remember exactly if it was already on YTV. Like if I was already on the YTV channel at the time, or but I just remember getting to the part where the transformation started. Like the transformation was like the first thing, like was one of the first things I saw, and I was like, whoa. I was amazed. And Precure was basically my introduction to magical girls. Yeah. Late 2000s, early 2010s, I get that. Yeah. I don't know if cable... I think cable TV is still a thing, but it's probably not as... It's probably not as popular anymore. Obviously, because of YouTube and streaming. Yeah. Sometimes I kind of miss... I kind of miss, like, you know, like, the program scheduling. I went back to DVDs. Did you? Are DVDs making a comeback again? Are they? It'd be cool if they were. At least they would see that there's a market for them. They are? Yeah! I feel like we had this conversation before or something. Something about DVDs or CDs coming back. Maybe we did. You don't know what happened to Crunchyroll? Like you mean the overall history or something recent? Because I know Crunchyroll is used for streaming. Like used for streaming anime. Something fairly recent? Okay, I have not been keeping up with what I'm worried to know what happened with Crunchyroll. I don't know what happened recently. People are tired paying for streaming, so they're going back to DVDs. That's completely valid. Cable is still like 100 USD a month, which is insane. Yeah, why is it so much? Why is it still that much? Let's just say it's AI related. Oh no. Oh no. I'm scared to know. You ever watch Speed Racer with that really funny dub done in the 60s? I haven't, but I've heard of it. Wait, maybe I did watch it once. Did I watch it? I think I did watch it once with Mars. I think so. Or I saw like a clip of it or something. Yeah. Also, hi Holt! Hi Derek! Welcome! It's legendary 5,000 clams. Wait, what's the clams? What? Isn't it like a racing movie? Like a racing car movie? Did you know that Crunchyroll wasn't always a legal streaming site? The first anime I watched on it was actually I keep forgetting. I swear we had this. It's Shugo Hara. But yeah, I do remember it wasn't, it was, like, in the early days, I think I had heard about it, and it wasn't a legal streaming site at first. Yeah. Hi, Renegades, welcome! A show, but there's a live-action movie. Yeah, I do know that there's a live-action movie. I haven't seen the anime though. It was a movie, but it was an anime from the 1960s, and the English dub made in the 60s was so bad it's good. Oh, I see. I don't know if you can handle the original Speed Racer. Wait, why not? Is it too silly? Hi, Joe, welcome! Hi, cute, fluffy, fairy, magical Hans idol racing girl, Agnes Digiplum. I'm just a magical girl! There's 1960s anime and 1990s anime of Speed Racer. Oh, I see. I didn't know there was two animes for it. Yeah. That show's surprisingly violent. It has firearms and constant deaths. What? Huh. I did not expect that from a race car game. Not game. From a race car anime. Huh. There's a lot. The 1960s Speed Racer is actually comedically dark. Oh. It was a trip, I tell ya. It's okay. Anime from the 1960s is unhinged, yeah. But it was definitely, like, the 60s to the 90s was definitely a time of experimentation. Yeah. So I think that's why there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened in during that period. Also, hi Hugo, welcome! The guy will do anything to have the road to himself. Oh boy. That's something. Okay. Okay. We should get into yapping about the episodes now. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna be going through episodes 31. We're gonna be going through episodes 31 to 34 of You and Idol Precure. Yeah. So yeah, these episodes there's not too much that's too spoilery, I'd say. But if you don't want to be spoiled, regardless, I would suggest watching the VOD once you've seen the episodes. Yeah, maybe that's why anime was so niche until the late 2010s. I don't. I mean, it could have been, but also, I think definitely the pandemic also like caused a surge in newer people discovering anime as well. Yeah, but it could also be a reason. I just remembered something. I saw a channel that uploaded full episodes of Precure. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I forgot the name. I know there was a pretty like there was a channel that posted a lot of clips of Precure, but I think it's gone now. I forgot the name. Was it Totally Pretty Guardians? I remember the clips they would post, but I don't think they put full episodes, just clips. The channel name. It's okay. I just remember Toy Pretty Guardians, they would upload like clips of Precure, but they're no longer around, I think. And I think they did Sailor Moon as well, but they mostly focused on Precure later on. Hi Kagemusa, welcome! Getting anime to the US during the early 2000s was a pain, I can only imagine. Especially since, you know, the internet wasn't as widespread back then. I mean, it was starting to get more more used, but you know, it's definitely nowhere where it is today. Hi Benovsky, welcome! People used to get picked on for liking anime too. Yeah. I was literally I think I was at the time in high school, I think I was literally the only one who knew any anime that was not mainstream, let alone mainstream. I think some people knew some mainstream titles, but the very mainstream at the time, you know, Naruto. What else? I think maybe Attack on Titan as well. You know, the stuff that was globally known, that there was you know, before things changed. Yeah. But even then, I think the best example is probably Pokemon. It's probably Pokemon, because everyone was at least familiar with it, but even then they didn't know that much about anime. So even maybe Naruto, Naruto was a stretch. Yeah, I think I was in the same boat. For me, between 2010 and 2015, was the golden age of people's favorite mangas getting anime adaptations. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I need to I need to adjust my headphones. My hair was a little bit in the way. But yeah. I know you guys can't see because of my model, but but yeah. We got sidetracked. We did indeed. Oh my god. We got sidetracked, but it's okay. Yapping is still good. Yapping is still very fun. But yeah, I just wanted to say it. Yeah, I was probably the only one in my school at the time to really even be familiar with anime overall. Barely anyone knew what it was at my school. So yeah. Okay, that being said, let's get into the episodes. Yeah. Okay. So for episode 31. Wait, hold on. Let me get something that'll show where we're at in the which episode we're currently talking about. Okay. There we go. Maybe I can. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, forever. Yeah. we could yap forever. But yeah, but I do wanna get through the episodes as well. The days when My Neighbor Totoro was a very nice thing. I wasn't too familiar with Ghibli movies at the time, I will say. And there's there's like a lot of the Ghibli movies that I've not seen, so I feel bad because I know it's such a classic, but I've heard of them, but I haven't seen them. Again, I swear, you guys would be surprised as to what I have not watched or what I've not seen before. I had 2 friends in middle school who were big anime fans, and only watched in Japanese despite not knowing or understanding Japanese. Oh, I see! It's okay, though. Was it subtitled? Do you know if it was subtitled? But I mean, either way it's fine. Okay. Okay, let's get to yapping about episode 31! Yeah! So, this episode, basically... Okay, so this episode here focuses on the center of the group. Because typically idols, usually idol groups have centers. Where someone's more the main focus, like the main focus of the group, or brings the group together. Overall, and so this episode is where the girls try to figure out who's the center. And this time around, Mikoto, who is Uta's friend and classmate, she happens. Like the episode literally starts off with Mikoto asking if Uta had seen the Idol Precure's performance, because this is the first time that they all perform as 5. Yeah! And so, yeah, Mikoto's extremely excited about that and really wants, she really wants the Idol Precure to perform as a quintet again. And Uta actually reveals that Idol Precure is now a 5-member group. They're officially united as Idol Precure. Yeah! No more Zukyun Kiss versus Idol Precure. They're now a full group of 5. Hi, Sheriff Pumpkin, welcome! And so, during lunch, basically, the girls are yapping about how their performances are starting to get a lot of buzz and a lot of attention, even more than normal. And it turns out that Puddydun ended up uploading a video, like the performance video again, which I don't know how they did, because technically this time around, like Puddydun was in the video, you know, like as Kyrzykyun. So I don't know how they did it. I don't know who filmed technically, but who knows? But there is the curse. There is a punishment that the fairies get if they do not if they upload without permission, and so the curse happens. And Uta and Nana and Kokoro. They end up saying that they give permission, and then the fairies go back to normal. Yeah. And so, yeah, I didn't expect to see it again, but it makes sense because, but it's interesting though, because like I just wonder who ended up filming if it wasn't Puddydun. Kirkis can use her kisses to control the camera. Oh, that's true. She could have used her little chew fairy thingy. I still don't know what it's called. Like her little chew power thing. I don't know. They never explained what it's called. call it a 2 because, like, that's what. I mean, it's probably what it could be called. And that's the sound that it makes, so. But yeah. And so, Kokoro then reveals that she has like exclusive membership cards for the for idol Precure. Like she made special ones. Yeah, or like the special ones were printed and the design was done. My headcanon is put it and learn how to fly a drone. Maybe. Yeah. And so these are the sparkly new ultimate member cards. Yeah. And so the girls really do love the cards. But the thing is, Melodon notices something. She ends up asking Uta why Cure Idol is always in the middle. And Uta starts to think about that, and she never really thought about it much, but she is always in the middle. And they start to think about it. About who should be in the middle. And that's when Kokoro declares that they should decide properly who is the center of the group. Yeah! Hi, it's Pinyan, welcome! Did I miss the Plum scare again? Yeah, I did it earlier. And so Kokoro ends up explaining what the center position is, and she basically explains that it's the face of the group and influences their image as well. And so it's a very important role because it basically unifies the whole group. And Purina doesn't quite understand, and so. And Melodon ends up using food as an example to teach Purirun so she understands better. Yeah. And so they start deciding later on at Uta's house. They start to figure out who could be the center. Who would be the best fit for being in the center? And so they first think about Sukyun being in the center, and by they I mean Melodon, because of course. Melodon wants Puridun, aka Kira Sukyun, to be the center. However, there is an issue with that because this is what it would. There's the cures, but yeah, this is what it would look like if Kyrzykyun was the center. The thing is, as we know, it wouldn't exactly work because Zakyun and Kiss are basically they're often paired together, so they're basically a duo. So it wouldn't exactly work because if Zakyun was the center, then she wouldn't get to be next to Kier Kiss that often because she has to be more in the front. So yeah, they can't exactly have Zakyun or Kiss be the center because of that problem. It would disrupt their dynamic, yeah. Hi, Orchestra Fanboy, welcome! Hi, Torrent, welcome! I haven't watched Precure it's hard catch, but I love watching your enthusiastic recaps. Okay. I don't know why I'm struggling to read today. But thank you! But yeah. So, yeah, they're not too sure. Well, obviously it can't be Zakyun or Kiss. That's the center because of this issue. So. Because they basically mirror each other, it just doesn't work. So they can't be the center. And that's when Kokoro mentions that there could be a double center. But then there's another issue with the double center. Because they're an uneven number, it doesn't quite work because one person would be hidden. Like, just the positioning would just not work because someone would be in an awkward position, like either too far on the side or they'd have to be in the back. So it just does not work. Yeah. We just need to have a 6 cure in it. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think they would introduce a 6 cure at this rate. I mean, they could, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. And even then, I don't know who would be the 6 cure. But yeah, it does not, the dynamic does not quite work. And so, yeah, they'd have to figure out what would be, who would be the best, basically, like, who would be the best among them all, that would work as the center. Yeah. And it'd have to be someone that they all agree with. And this leaves Uta starting to think about who could be the center. And then she starts imagining Wink and Kyun as the centers. I'd happily watch a video of you humming the BGM, would you? Aw, thank you! It always cheers me up and relaxes me. Yeah! Wait. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yeah! Yeah, so Uta starts to wonder who would be best suited between Cure Wink and Cure Kyun. Because, like, she does think that they would both work well as centers. But she can't really make up her mind. She can't really decide because in the end it has to be a center that everyone wants. And so the next day at school, Uta's trying to work. Uta has decided to work on a survey for everybody to gather opinions on who should be the center. And so she actually did go around asking different people who they believe should be the center. Yeah. And then Uta basically mentions that she still wanted to go to the research club and also to ask Tanaka. But Melon mentions that Tanaka isn't home. And it turns out turns out that Tanaka is working at the pretty store, which is basically where the Precure Pre store, basically, where they have all sorts of merchandise for the cures. Yeah. Yeah, and so, and also we just happened to see Katin and Zakurin are also they're also like working at the store as well, in order to help support the cures. Yeah, and it's really nice to see. Yeah. And so at the Precure oh my goodness, Precure Pre store, Uta ends up asking Tanaka who would he choose, like who would he want to be as the center, and Tanaka can't really decide. Yeah, he can't exactly decide. And so they then decided to try different. They decided to experiment a little bit. So on TV, the Cures decide to try having Link as the center, and you can tell that Link is a little bit nervous, but she's doing her best. Yeah, she's a little bit nervous about that. And also we get a new eye catch with this, with all 5 cures together. Yeah! It's all 5 of them. It's really cute, especially since we had the others. We had the other versions, but now they're all together now. Time for bed, Plum. It was nice learning a little about Precure from you. Bye, the noble shade. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. Any other magical girl series you like? I enjoyed Tokyo Mew Mew and Princess Tutu back in the day. I also like Madoka Magica, but it's a bit of a different flavor of magical girl series. Yeah, I get it. I do like. I haven't seen it in its entirety, but I do like Tokyo Mew Mew a little bit. There's also. I also do like Madoka Magica as well. I also like. I did watch. What else? Magical Girl Raising Project. That's another one that I like. Although it is a bit more on the darker side, I will say. There's also. I'm trying to think, because like I don't think like it's not exactly like, I don't know if Pre-Power is considered magical girl. I think it's more idol than magical girl. But yeah, there's also Muko Dreamy as well that I've seen. That's also really cute. Oh, and also there's also Creamy Mommy as well that I've watched. And what's the name of it? I forgot the name of it. Acro Trip. Acro Trip is really silly. Acro Trip is really. It's really fun and silly. Yeah. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah. That's a cute picture. It is a cute picture. They're all together. Yeah. Not gonna be able to chat. Might silently watch a while before logging off. But good night, Plum. Bye, Isaac. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. It's not exactly Magical Girl, but I want to watch Macross as well. Oh yeah! I do want to watch it as well. I have not actually seen Macross. So I do want to watch it too. Okay. Okay. I just realized it's already... okay, we're gonna... I might need to speed up. We're only on episode 31 and I still have 3 more episodes to talk about, so I might speed it up a little bit. So maybe there won't be as many images that I show off, but I'll try to show a few. Okay? Yeah. Sorry to distract you. No, it's okay, don't worry. It takes a bit of time to do this as well, so don't worry. But yeah, and also like I can't really control the times that I'm able to stream due to my non-magical girl duties. So yeah. Okay. So, after that TV performance, yeah, Wink was quite nervous, but she did still enjoy having a turn at being the center. And then Idol says that it's Kyunkyun's turn to be the center, and Kyunkyun is quite nervous about it. She's quite nervous, but she's gonna do her best. And then we happen to see Kaito. Kaito ends up stopping by because I guess he's in the same studio as they are at the moment, because of different like idol stuff. Yeah, and he did mention that he has a recording for a movie promotion, so that's what he was doing. And yeah, and Uta's did not expect to see him there, and she soon realizes that Merodon and Puridon are not in their cure forms. By the way, Idol is Uta is cure idol right now. So, and yeah, Kaito does not know that Uta is cure idol. So, and she notices that Merodon and Puridon are still in their they're in their fairy forms at the moment. So Kaito can't enter the room, so she goes out to see him. And yeah, and then Kaito mentions the movie recording that he has. And he happens to give him there's movie tickets for it, and he happens to give the movie tickets to Idol. Yeah. And then Kaito then gives some advice about finding the center, the center of the group, and essentially, because Uta, Idol did ask him who he thinks should be the center, and he basically says that it's important to look at the people around her, the important people around her, and that in due time it'll be clear who the center is. And he walks away, and Idol is a bit confused. She doesn't quite know what Kaito means by that. Yeah. And then meanwhile, in Team Chokiri, Chokirin is she happens to enter the room, and Jogi is there. Jogi is there, and he's just vibing. He's just vibing, and then he mentions that Idol Precure has 5 members now officially, and Chokirina doesn't really care about that, but Jogi's quite like eager to see what's going to happen now. Now that the cures are 5. There's 5 of them now. Well, they're officially like a full group. And Jogi mentioned something that kinda gets to Tokirine a little bit. He says that she pretty much can't do anything without henchmen, and he just leaves, and yeah, and like Jogi knows that Tokirine is lonely. Because basically Tokirine does not have any other henchmen to send out to fight the cures, so she basically has to do it herself sometimes. Yeah. But anyways. And so out in town back with the cures. They had went to go see the movie, and then they realized Uta's thinking about something, and she realizes that basically everybody should be the center. And she basically says that no matter who's really the center, like it won't matter in the end. That it'll be great no matter what. And everyone's quite taken back by that. Like they don't know if they can really all be the center. I mean, Uta's reasoning is like she just really wants to have everybody as the center. It makes sense, but at the same time, it wouldn't exactly work. I mean, it could, but they could just not have a center. But yeah, I guess Uta wants it to be as fair as possible, probably. And then meanwhile, we see a guy walking down. Like he just got some nice popcorn, but then he trips, and then his popcorn, like some of it falls out, and then he's sad. And then out of nowhere, Jogi just turns him into a dark roundup. Just out of nowhere, like he's just sad. He's just a minor inconvenience, and Jogi uses that negative energy just to turn him into a dark roundup. Poor popcorn guy, yeah. He just wanted popcorn. You like popcorn with butter? I do! It's nice with butter. I think I used to have popcorn without butter before. But yeah. I didn't have popcorn until I didn't have it I think I had it more later on. But I still had it for a while. But yeah, but as Small Plum did not care for popcorn. But I did eventually try it, and I liked it afterwards. Yeah. And so the girls discover that the Dark Ronda's here, and they transform, and we finally get the group transformation with all 5 of them! Yeah! And we finally get their group pose. I'm so happy we finally have this. Yeah! It's so nice to see. And so the cures are but with this Idol realizes that she's in the middle. She's in the center. She's the center now. And then Jogi ends up taunting the cures, And they start to fight, but then because they're close to the movie theater, they start to get worried that they're going to people are going to get hurt, or they're gonna cause a commotion because they're near the movie theater. So with that, Pure Kiss actually uses a new ability. She summons her little chew. The chew is what I call the heart thingy. The heart thingy that she summons. Wait, hold on. This little thing. This cute little creature, which I have no idea what it's called, but I'm just gonna call it a chew because, I mean, you know, it's based on a kiss, so I think it's fitting. Hi SMS 1960, welcome! Yeah. She summons a chew, and she creates she ends up creating something called the Heart Garden, which basically it's basically this field. It's basically a field where the Cures can basically fight safely without anyone getting hurt, like without any bystanders getting hurt. Which I have mixed feelings about this. It makes sense for how it was introduced, but at the same time, you guys will see later on. Like, I feel like it's sometimes summoned because Precure has had battles out in the open, and they've had battles out in the open before, and I don't know. It feels strange to have it all of a sudden now, because they were battling just fine outside of without the Heart Garden. So I don't know why they need it specifically now. I mean, it makes sense because they don't want any bystanders to get hurt, but the majority of Precure seasons have not had this. The only other time they've had something like this was in Delicious Party Precure. Delicious Party Precure called it once its Delicious Field back. I will say the Heart Garden does look cute though. It is very cute. But I just to me it was fine before. But it is what it is. Yeah. So they're brought to the Heart Garden. And so and the Cures are amazed at this because they didn't know they weren't aware that Kiss could do this, and yeah, Kiss explains that she doesn't want others to get hurt. And so they start the battle. And Jogi ends up taunting them, saying that they're just playing as idols. But Idol says that they're not. And she basically says that they're idol Precure. And this is basically the moment that pretty much cements her as the leader and the center, because she's really the heart of the group. And everyone was listening to her as well. And Idol says something interesting. She says that she promises to make Jogi kirakirara, or basically to make him smile and happy. And Jogi doesn't really see anything to this. Yeah, he doesn't quite respond, but yeah. And that's when the rest of the group decides officially that Idol just has to be the center. There's no one else that could be the center but her. She's really the heart of the group. And so the Cures, continue the fight. Yeah, they end up continuing the fight, and then they eventually purify the Dark Randa, and the popcorn guy is saved. Yeah. And then they're back. Everything's back to normal. Yeah, and the popcorn guy starts thinks he'll be fine. He will just be fine. And then he ends up going. He ends up like picking up his popcorn. And yeah, he carries on. And so then, at an event, the Cures announced the grand opening of the Precure store, the Precure Pretty store. And then afterwards, Idol ended up noticing Kaito, and so she goes to see him after the opening event is over. And Kaito notices that they had picked a center, and Idol agreed, and she basically said that they made the decision, and that she's the center. Then Kaito mentions something interesting. He says to Idol to not lose her bonds with her friends, which I think is something that's foreshadowing, probably. I don't want to get too into it, but I have a feeling I know what's going to possibly happen. I have a feeling that Kaito, should I say it? I think, should I say what I think is going to happen, probably? I mean, it's all a guess for now. But I have a feeling about something. I think that Kaito, this friend that, he's referring to basically his friend that he had mentioned before. Because he said that he used to have a friend, but that friend, we don't know what happened to that friend. But I think I might know who that friend used to be. Well, yeah. But only time will tell if that's really the case. Your comment about Tokirina being lonely made me realize that there might be a subplot between her and Jogi, since Jogi might also be lonely. That's actually true. Jogi could be lonely as well. Should I just say what I think? What I think is going to happen? Because I think I know. I think I might know. It might. I think we're all piecing it together. Also, hi Jojo, welcome. But yeah, but also that marks the episode. That marks the end of episode 31. Yeah. It's a theory I think we all have. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna basically say it because I'm pretty sure we're all kind of guessing this. But I think that the friend that Kaito is referring to is Jogi. I think that Jogi and Kaito used to be friends, and then something happened, and then Jogi turned evil somehow. It's still not clear if Jogi was just originally human. He could have been, or if he was a fairy. But if he's a fairy, then Kaito is probably secretly aware of of Kirakira. Which, it's possible, but we don't know for sure yet. But given how there's so many, given how, at least, Katin and Zakurin were originally fairies, and then they were turned into evil, and got human forms that way. Like, it's possible that Doki could be a fairy, but we don't know for sure. That's what I had a feeling a long time ago. Yeah, I knew something. Like, I knew something was up with Kaito. Like, ever since he mentioned that he had a friend. Like, that's like it's slowly dropping hints. Yeah. Hi, Shama, welcome. But yeah, only time will tell, like, what actually happens, and like we'll have the answers soon enough, I think. But yeah. Honestly, I've been curious about Dogi being a fairy ever since his first appearance. It's possible. It could be possible, but he could also be human. I have a feeling that Chokidina is probably a fairy as well, given how Katin and Zakurin are. I think she's a fairy. She's probably a fairy. It'd be cute to see if she is. I wonder what her fairy form would be. Because the fairy forms are really cute this season. Well, they're always cute, but they're like I like the designs. They're really cute. But only time will tell. Welcome back, Renegade Angel! Okay. I would love to see both fairy Jogi and Tokidine. Hopefully we'll at least see one of the two become be fairies, or be revealed to be fairies. But yeah, only time will tell. Okay, now we're on to episode 32. Yeah. Okay, I am going to this episode. I'm probably gonna go on a bit still a little bit quicker. The 33 and 34 I might do a bit more I might summarize a bit more generally due to the lack of time, because I realized yeah, it's already close to 1 a.m. I still have time, but yeah, I do still have time, but just take because episode 33 and 34 are more filler-ish episodes. But I do want to have a bit of more of a focus on episode 32 as well, because this one's it's been something that we've been all looking forward to for a while now. So yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry if I end up summarizing episode 33 and 34 a bit more generally. But yeah. Okay. So, wait, let me just... Oh, Cat Gamer! Thank you for the blue super chat! Thank you! And welcome! I'm sorry I didn't say hi! My favorite magical girl is streaming after school. Yeah! I mean, technically for me, it's the middle of the night right now. Okay. Alright. So now, episode 32! Okay, so this episode, in Australia it's 2:45 p.m. Oh, I see. Yeah. The school's already finished at that time? I forgot how early school finishes. But anyways. It's in the middle of the night for me too. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, I pretty much can't really start too much earlier these days. But I hope you guys understand. But yeah. Okay, so episode 32. So, this episode, it starts off with it starts off with Manodon reading a book, and Putidun and the rest of the girls come to see. And it turns out it's a fantasy. It's a girls' love fantasy story, basically. And this it's basically it's romanticizing school life, and Manodon really wants to. She really starts to fantasize about going to school. The thing is, they can't exactly go to school in their cure forms, especially given the fact that they're technically idols, and their cure forms are technically their idol appearance. So. Oh wait, yeah. This is the girls asking about Manodon, about the book that she's reading. So, okay, yeah, they can't exactly go to school like this. It would not work. And Kokodo points that out immediately. That's not possible. And so Melodon then thinks of something else. And so she decides to ask Tanaka for advice, because they want Melodon and Putidun want to become human so that they could go to school. It would be so funny if that did actually happen. Yeah, it would cause a big commotion. Yeah. And so, Putidun and Melodon end up talking to Tanaka, and they really want to figure out a way to turn human. And okay, and this is kind of what I thought. So basically, in order to become in order to gain a human form, Tanaka does basically explain that they have to reach a certain. I think he said it's a certain they need a certain level of maturity in order to become human. Which I was right, and that makes sense. And that basically confirms. Well, I mean, we could tell by the Putidun and Melodon's Cure Zakun and Cure Kiss forms, because they didn't look that too much older than the other cures. But that basically confirms that they're way younger. They're way younger than Tanaka, which makes sense. And so that explains why they weren't able to turn into humans before. Yeah, and so. They decide that they're going to train to grow tall like adults. And literally, they think that growing tall means literally growing like this. Which I found a little silly. But yeah. Hi Alex, welcome! Did you know Steven Minecraft he's in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Sonic Racing Crossroads? Yeah, I do know! Well, he's been in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for a while now. It's been a few years at least. And Sonic Racing Crossroads, he's supposed to come out soonish, I think. Yeah, I do know. And so Putidun and Melodon, they keep working hard to train, and then they're waving their Kiraki lights at one point, and then all of a sudden, the Kiraki lights become the Kirakiran ribbon batons out of nowhere. This is cursed. It almost reminds me of humanoid Puduns. Oh yeah. Yeah. just for a silly little. It was for a silly little bit. Yeah. And so, Putidon and Melon use the, like, they start waving their kira ribbon batons, and something happens. And when Tanaka comes back, he's quite surprised. So, later on, the girls are going to school. And then, Kokoro and Nana notice that, Uta doesn't have Putidon and Melon with them. And, Uta says that, she has, not seen them since they went to Tanaka's house. And so they're starting to wonder where could Putidon and Melon be? And then, all of a sudden, we see two girls approaching the school, hand in hand. I wonder who they could be! And this was the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the moment we've all been waiting. Ta-da! They're human forms now, outside of the transformation. But we don't know yet. Well, I mean, it's obvious that it's Putidon and Melon, but the Uta, Nana, and Kokoro don't quite figure it out yet. The girls keep walking, and Uta's trying to figure out who they are. And then Uta realizes that they look like they remind her of Putidon and Melon. And that's when Putidon confirms that it's them. And the girls are quite shocked. They're quite shocked at this. Are those the new villains? No, it's Putidon and Melon! They're in their human forms outside of battle. Outside of transformation. Finally. Yeah! Also, hi, Time! Welcome! Shoujo petals and sparkles aplenty. Where was the fancy border though? That's true. It's okay though. They did have the fancy border with the little image that they had. Like with Kiss and Kiryu-kun going to school. But it's okay. I almost forgot, who is that? Both of them when they're in human form. It's Putidon and Melon. They have human forms now. Yeah, they can use their human forms outside of transforming now. Yeah. And so Putidon and Melon are super excited to start their dreamy school life, as they say. And it turns out they're a grade above Uta and Nana, which makes sense because they do look slightly older in human form. And meanwhile, in Uta and Nana's class, the teacher, there's a new teacher in training today, and he's quite nervous. And he's fumbling a lot, but he's doing his best. And he says that his specialty is physical education. And yeah, the students all see that he's quite nervous. Meanwhile, in Putidon and Melon's class, they start to introduce themselves. But the thing is, they can't call themselves Putidon and Melon, obviously. And so that's when Melon thinks of human form names for them, and so they decide to call themselves Pudding and Melon. Yeah, and they just decide to have the same surname. And they go with Tanaka Pudding and Tanaka Melon. Pudding and Melon, yeah. And so they start, and so like, they end up, after introducing themselves, they like to show what they to basically they like to talk about themselves, I guess. They just decide to draw stuff on the chalkboard. Those names were so funny, yeah. Pudding and Melon are becoming humans as Pudding and Melon. They're so beautiful. Yeah! It's so nice to see their human forms now. Yeah. So the things get quite silly because obviously since they're like Melon is a bit more level-headed than Pudding, obviously, but they're still not quite used to like proper like you know, like what they're supposed to do at school. Yeah. And then meanwhile, with back in Uta and Nana's class, the teacher in training, Mochida, that I forgot to say his name, but his name is Mochida. He ends up going through a he's calling out the students like for attendance to practice that, and he says he basically says Uta's surname wrong, and Uta corrects him, and then he says another student's name wrong, and then they correct him, and then he gets extra nervous about the fact that he messed up again. And then in back in Pudding and Melon's class, the teacher says that they're going to do some advanced math from high school, like high school level math, and so the teacher asks the class if anyone knows about sine and cosine. I think that's how it's said. But the Pudding and Melon think that they know what it is. And they go ahead and just write their idol signatures on the board. It's sine and cosine. It's supposed to be a pun. It's supposed to be a pun on, you know, signing and co-signing. Which is very silly. Yeah, and everyone's just left a little bit baffled. I am relieved though that no one realized that no one put 2 and 2 together though. Yeah, but like no one's really suspicious of them. The class just like is going like just really loves their enthusiasm and their silliness. It's so ridiculous, I know. And then later, Melon, I need to call them like at least in their human forms. I'm gonna try and call them by their human form names. Melon is reading some classic literature later, and Pudding learns about a droll, and she's wondering if it's a dessert, which I don't think it is. But yeah, and the girls are just adored by their class. They think they're so unique and fun to be around. And then during I'm guessing home economics or like a cooking class, Melon gets to show off her amazing cooking skills as well. having a lot of fun, and everyone is just gazing. They're just gazing at Pudding and Melon playing ping pong, and that includes the second years, and it's specifically Uta's class. That's plot immunity. Oh, you mean the sine cosine thing? Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, it's fine. But yeah. And so Mochida is quite sad because he feels like he's not doing that well because he's not getting everyone's attention because everyone's so distracted by Pudding and Melon. And then Uta and Nana decide to help him out to get everyone's attention. And Mochida's thankful for them for helping. Yeah. And then Mochida decides in gym class to demonstrate jumping over a vaulting horse, but he ends up making a mistake and he doesn't land properly. He ends up messing up, and then Pudding and Melon, who happen to be nearby, Pudding gives it a try, and she does it so flawlessly, and the class goes crazy. They're so impressed by Pudding's athletic ability. And yeah, I really like the teacher. Need more school episodes just for him. Yeah, hopefully, but I don't know if he's gonna appear more often in the episodes. And so later it's time for lunch, and Pudding ends up well, not Pudding. Melon ends up feeding Pudding a crab sausage. And they start talking over lunch. And that's when they ask Melon and Pudding if they know what club they're gonna be in. And Pudding knows for sure which club they're gonna join. And then, meanwhile, with Team Chokiri, Chokirina is just minding her own business, just thinking about things, and then Jogi appears again. And then this is where Jogi shows Chokirine these crystals that allow to collect negative energy from people instead of positive energy. And these crystals are red, and they look like more. They kind of look like stars. But yeah. And so, yeah, and Jogi offers Tokirina to give this power a try. Tell. And then we go back to the girls, and at the school they are in the Idol Research Club, of course, and they're watching Cure Idol's performance, and they're having a lot of fun. And then they happen to notice Mochida outside. He just happens to be passing by, but he's like really sad because he's so nervous, and like he feels like there's so much pressure for him to do well. And yeah, he's not happy. Like he's not happy about how his first day is going so far because of all of his nervousness and the pressure he has. And then this is when Uta explains to Kokoro, Pudding and Melon who Mochida is, and then Pudding and Melon decide to go cheer him up, and they end up like giving him some words of encouragement and cheer him on, and then a crowd kind of gathers, and he panics and he runs away, and he runs outside, and Tokirina uses the new power that she got from Jogi in order to turn poor Mochida into a dark Randa, and this is the first time that Tokirine creates a dark Randa. Yeah. And then it turns out when Pudding senses the a dark Randa, that's when she immediately turns back. So when she feels a shudder, she turns back into her fairy form. Yeah. And so they end up noticing that Mochida's the victim of the Dark Randa, and so they all decide to save him, and they end up summoning the Heart Garden once again. I guess this time it makes sense because they're at school and they don't want the school to be put in danger. But again, they did fight at the school. They literally fought in the gymnasium. So I don't know. This is why I have like kind of mixed feelings about it being introduced so early, because they used it before. They didn't like, they fought in places before where they didn't use it. So it's okay though. So inside the Heart Garden, they fight the Dark Randa. That was before Melon got that gained that power. That's fair, but still, I still don't know how I feel about it though, because they were able to fight before just fine. I guess you could say like it's a new power that Kiss has. It's okay. I think it's an executive decision, either to sell merch or to appease nagging parents. Probably. It could be. Who knows? Delicious Party, is that you? Yeah, it is similar to Delicious Party. Because the thing is, like, they had a whole season before it. Like, there was a whole season and a half that didn't have it, basically. Like, Hiragana Sky never had that. Actually, no, 2 seasons. I mean, to be fair, though, you could say that Wonderful Precure, they weren't really fighting, so it wasn't really needed. But they still went 2 whole seasons without that concept. And at least 1 season that involved, like, physical fighting. And then, like, half of Idol Precure. So that's why I'm just a bit confused, like of it being introduced halfway. But yeah. But anyways, and so they end up fighting, and then the girls, Zakyun and Kiss, find a chance to defeat the Dark Randa, and then they end up freeing Mochida from the Dark Randa. Yeah. And then after being freed, it's almost like they're appeasing any negative emotions once they're freed from the Dark Randa, because now he starts to feel Mochida starts to feel reassured, and that he's going to he's determined more than ever to continue on his dream to become a teacher. Yeah. And then he's doing super well in his next class. And Uta and Nana happen to notice this, and they're happy that he's doing well. Yeah. The season actually had the idols throwing hands, so some parent is gonna complain? Probably. I guess that makes sense. But it's still mostly a magical girl series. Like, yes, there is idol elements, but I still consider. I mean, I guess you could still consider Idol Precure to technically fall into the idol genre, but it definitely, at least with how it's been going so far, it's still like more magical girl to me. I don't know if I'm making sense when I'm saying that. Yeah. And so, back at home, back at Uta's house, Uta, Nana, and Kokoro end up asking if Puddington and Melon can still transform back into their human forms, and they confirm that they can. Yeah, they still can transform back into their human forms. So it is a permanent thing that they can do. It was not a temporary thing, which I am so grateful for. Yeah! As a magical girl and idol enthusiast, I feel like it's a mix of both. That makes sense. It does feel like a mix of both, but I feel like it's more leaning on the magical girl side, since that's what Precure is known for. I got goodness to share for everyone. Oh, what's the good news? I still clearly remember Uta in like episode 2 being excited to go fight just to show off. Bring that back, never had it before. Yeah. That's true, because I think she was excited about being like a technically, I keep forgetting, technically they're called saviors. They kind of forgot about that, did they not? Did they forget about the whole like legendary savior title that they had? Cause I just realized they haven't brought it up in a while. They are saviors, yeah! Like, that's what their title was. Instead of warriors, they're saviors. But I just realized, I don't think they've brought up that title for a while now. Which is interesting. I beat Sonic X Shadow Generations on my Xbox. Congrats! Yeah! Congrats on beating the game, Ultra Gunvolt! Yeah. But anyways, the episode pretty much ends there with Puddington and Melon being extremely happy to continue their dreamy school life. Yeah. And I'm really excited to see more, to see them in their human forms more. That's 100% Sonic Racing Crossroads in the evening. Good luck, Ultra Gunvolt! Yeah! Okay. Now, that was episode 32! Yeah! Okay. I'm just thinking if I should go over episode 33 and 34 a bit more, like, generally. Or if I should save it for next week. What would you guys prefer? Because I think I'll be I'd rather like be able to talk about both if I can. Either works for me. Because I know we ended up yapping a bit. Is Plum getting EP for stuff? Not quite. I'm not quite EP right now, and I did get to take a nap. And I still have a bit. I still have a bit more time. It's just it's probably if I do the like go over the episodes, it's gonna be like a summary more or less. Like. Episode 34, we got Milk and Aqua Season 2, and I loved it. Milk and Aqua Season 2. Oh, you mean like, wait, because I haven't fully seen, like, Yes, Precure 5, fully, so I might not know exactly that reference specifically. Okay, but should I basically summarize episode 33 and 34? Or should I save it for next week? Should I go more in depth on the episode next week? Next week, probably. The stream is already 2 hours long. That's true. We could still yap, we could still yap, more casually. Segment will be the best. Okay. Okay, if you guys prefer we go over the episodes more in detail next week, then we'll do it next week then. Yeah! Okay! So, yeah. Yeah, okay, we'll end with this episode specifically, and then we'll talk about episode 33 and 34 next week. Yeah! And yeah, 33 and 34 are definitely more, like, they're more filler episodes, but they're still fun and silly too. I like them a lot. Plus different time zones for everyone. That's true, yeah. Okay, yeah. We can still yap for a little bit though. Honestly, they have been pretty interesting despite some fillers. Yeah, it still is interesting to see. I loved episode 34, so I can't wait to hear about it. Yeah! Episode 34 was really fun. Yeah. I'm just debating if we should still yap more about anything. Penny pat? You're giving a head pat to Penny? Thank you! Penny says thank you. Right, Penny? Yeah! At least they're fun fillers. That's true. They are fun fillers. They're really fun. Plum pats? Thank you for the plum pats! I miss that penguin. Yeah. I'm sorry she hasn't really been appearing more often. Head pats! Thank you for the head pats! Okay. What's your favorite You and Idol episode so far? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Do I have a favorite episode? Because I really do like the series so far. Like, in general. Like, there are some things that, like, I'm not, like, it's not perfect. I know that. But I still really like this season overall. I don't know, like, if I have a favorite episode specifically. Yeah, I don't know if I do have one. The Mother's Day episode was great. Yeah, that was a good episode. I think I also really liked Uta's episode where was it what episode was it? I think it was 28. Episode 28 was really, like, that definitely brought like it definitely made like brought some emotions. Yeah. I like that episode. I love Uta's episodes and the Mother's Day episode. Yeah! I think those are probably some of the best episodes it's had so far. Like, yeah, like episode 28 is probably like one of my favorites. I'd have to say probably. But then again, also Megalodon's episode 29 and 30 with Megalodon was also really good. I also like that as well. Episode 28 almost made me cry, and it's rare for me to get emotional in anime or any other shows. Yeah, it almost made me cry as well. It's very sweet. It's definitely it's a very sweet episode. Yeah. And I also really liked episode 29 and 30 with Megalodon finally like, you know, properly befriending the Cures. It was really well done in my opinion. Well, although, like, despite some little things, but I still liked it. I liked it a lot. Yeah. But also episode 32, the one we just finished talking about, that one was also really, it's more lighthearted, but it was so excited. It was so exciting to see their civilian forms now. Yeah. And we also have I think there's official profiles with their civilian forms now. Let me see it actually. Let me see. I think they do have official profiles with their... Yeah, they do! Okay. So if you do want to see what their full outfits look like, I can show it. Because, like, this episode didn't quite show it, but it does, it will show it, it will show it in a future episode, I think. When I first saw both Perdita and Megalodon in their human forms, I was like, oh my god, divas! Yeah! They really, like, they really do look, they do look amazing in their human forms. I can't wait to see more of it. But wait, let me get their profile. Okay, wait, let me see. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is Pudding's full profile as a human. Hold on. And then there's Menelon's full profile. Okay. I'm gonna show it. Okay, so this is... Oh wait. I think it's a little bit too big. There it is! There's Puddington. This is Puddington's full profile. And then... Oh, there's Melon. There's Melon's full profile. Or Melon, I should say. Yeah! And I do like how their outfits are they kinda contrast a bit. Like, for example, like, the bottom half of Melon's outfit is black, and the top half of Puddington's outfit is white. And then their subcolors are like on the opposite sides. This is what they look like. Yes, this is their full human designs. Yeah, I like both, honestly. And it's like there's a lot of different contrasts as well. Like, for example, like Melon has the longer skirt, Puddington has the shorter skirt. Like, obviously their hairs are different lengths, but that was kind of obvious with like in their cure designs. But yeah, I was kind of hoping for Megalodon to have lower twin tails, but she kind of does have that. But her hair is more down, as you can obviously see. But yeah, I can't believe our favorite gremlin is super mature looking. Yeah, you wouldn't think. Would you really think that this? Well, not wait, hold on. This girl right here is literally... Would you think they're the same person? let me move a little bit to the. There we go. Okay, now I'm not in. I'm not in the way. And then, would you think they're the same? And then Melodon. There we go. They're the same. Yeah! Me in public versus me when I'm at home. They're both mature yet they still have the same personality. Yeah. I do hope we get to see a little bit more with Puridun, but I don't really know if we will. Because I mean Puridun still did have a bit of like her character arc in a way. But I wish we could see a little bit more with her. Cause like she's still like I still love Puridun a lot. But I'd like to see a bit more with her. Who are these two beautiful women? It's Puridun and Melodon in human form. And they're like in they're like one grade higher than Uta and Nana. Like they're in the 3rd year. Yeah. They have human forms now. Yeah. I do hope to see, like, I don't know if it'll happen, but I do hope, like, Puridun gets another, like, a bit more focus at some point, but I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if it'll happen at this rate. Because, like, I know, like, Puridun is literally the definition of you know, no thoughts, head empty. But it would be nice to see a bit more of her even after, like, her little arc with the wanting to be able to help, you know, the Uta, Nana, and Kokoro. I can't stop thinking about both Melodon and Puridun human forms after watching episode 32. Me too! Human Puridun looks so prim and proper, and she wouldn't consume 3 bento boxes of octopus sausages. Yeah! You would not think that this girl right here is literally a silly little creature who loves octopus sausages. While Puridun and Melodon are enjoying school life, the fairies of Kiraki Land are like, why aren't we free yet? You're right. They're still all trapped. They're still all trapped in Kiraki Land. Kiraki Land is still in ruins. I mean, it'll like they're still working to collect enough ribbons. I didn't specify how many they needed actually, because like the last time they had counted, there wasn't enough to like restore Kirakilan to normal, and that's right before they Puridun and Melodon became Zakun and Kiss in the first place. So I do wonder how many ribbons they need to collect at this rate. Like how many do they need? So I think one ribbon has been collected almost each episode. Actually, wait. Does it show anywhere? Does it show anywhere on the wiki how many? The Queen watching her side adventures and then at the calendar. No! I wonder if the Kirarun ribbons have something to do with the Dark Randa crystals. I don't know, because there seems to be like this. There seems to be a lot of Dark Randa crystals. They don't seem to run out specifically. It's not mentioned. It would be a cool twist though if they just happen to run out. Maybe they are, but I don't know. Actually, like now that I think about it, it could be. It could be that the crystals that are being used are technically the Kirarun ribbons. Did I say Kirakirun ribbons? I meant to say Kirarun ribbon, but you know what I meant. Okay, wait, let me see. If I were to look up Kirarun ribbon, showing. Hold on. Okay, wait. If I go to... let me see. Does it show anywhere? Items. Huh! Wait, there's no... Oh, the Precure ribbons, probably. That's probably what it is. Okay, there we go. The Keyed ribbons. How many are there? Okay, I'm gonna count all the Keyed ribbons that they have found. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wait, did I miscount? Wait, hold on. Because there's literally, it seems to, wait, did I miscount? 1, 2, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 5, episode 6, episode 7, episode 8, episode 9, episode 10, episode 11, episode 12, episode 13, episode 14, episode 15. Okay, there wasn't one in 16. 16 was the only episode so far that did not have one as of counting this. Episode 17. So 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, wait. There wasn't one in 21. Okay. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So yeah, that's almost the... That's... Wait, let me recount just to be sure. But I think there's almost an... Like, there's almost a Keyed ribbon for almost every single episode. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Yeah, there's 34! Huh! The only 2 episodes where there has not been a Keyed ribbon is episode 16 and 20. Episode 16 and 21. Those are the only 2 episodes where there has not been a Keyed ribbon. Interesting. And then like in episode 30, it's because it was a couple, it was a dual I think a dual Dakaranda. It was there was 2 Keyed ribbons. So 32? No, 34. There's 34 in total. I counted. I still counted though, but like, how did it get to 32? Because there's twins. There's twin ribbons at one point. Let me count again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Yeah, there's 34. There's 34 Keyed ribbons. How many? Do they really need 50? Is 50 the answer? At this rate, I'm not sure. Well, I don't know if they're gonna get 50, but I mean, given how, like, because they never specified how many they actually need. They don't specify how many Keyed ribbons exist. And I just realized the Keyed ribbons, like, there's nothing that has been really done, although technically they're used, like, they're going to be used to, like, restore Kidaki Land. Oh yeah, I forgot! It's part of the big ribbon, the big Keyed ribbon, I think. The Kidaki-dan, wait, no. Yeah, the big Keyed ribbon. If I remember right. So, it'll come eventually. Yeah, the big... Okay, yeah. I forgot. It's gonna turn to the big Kira Kira ribbon. It would have been cool if they did stuff though, but it's fine. Given how many there are, it's probably fine that they don't do anything. 48 to 50 sounds like the correct answers. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure there's going to be 49 episodes of You and Idol Precure. I counted. I did count just to see how many episodes there would be, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be 49 episodes. So I'm guessing if there's gonna be 49 episodes, and if there's gonna be 49 episodes, and so far we're at 34 Kirarin ribbons. Last one had 50 episodes. The thing is, Precure basically, Precure airs, from February to January. Like the beginning of January, beginning of February till the end of January. That's how it works. And sometimes they take breaks, and there has been one break, and there's usually a second break. There's usually always a break at, right, like the weekend of Halloween. So, yeah. Or like the last weekend of October, or the first weekend of November, usually there's a break. So, technically it had Idol Precure not have taken any breaks whatsoever, then it would have been 50. Like, excluding that one break in November. Like, the first weekend of November they take. It's usually the first weekend of November, but sometimes it falls on the last weekend of October, technically. And then there's Healing Good, yeah. And Tropical Rouge, technically. Tropical Rouge is like the exception because of how late it started. Because of the pandemic. Yeah. Hi, Isaac, welcome! Hello, Dr. Plum. I'm not a doctor! But yeah. Who knows what's gonna... Like, how many, Kirarin ribbons they'll actually need? It could be... There's a chance that it could be... 50, and there's probably gonna be a time where maybe we'll get, we'll get another double, Kirarin ribbon? Maybe? Because assuming there's gonna be one every episode, but the thing is, I don't think the last episode would have one. Like, the last few episodes are probably not gonna have one, so it's probably not 50. They're already at 34. And I'm guessing there's gonna be... Maybe it's 40? It could be 40. 40 could be like a likely answer. Because assuming we get another Kirarin ribbon every episode that's currently like at least for the next month. If there's a Kirarin ribbon for every episode for the next month, we'd be at... Hold on. Let me see. Wait, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm curious now. I'm curious to know. There's been foreshadowing about it, have we? Not specifically about how many Kirarin ribbons are needed. That's the mystery we're trying to uncover right now. How many Kirarin ribbons do we need? So far, okay. Episode 36, I'm assuming there's gonna be one, so that's 35. Episode 36. Episode 38 would be 37. Episode 39 would be 38. So then... But then the Idle Heart ribbon... oh yeah, they haven't introduced the Idle Heart ribbon, so maybe there could be. Okay, so if there's a Kiran ribbon every episode up to 39, then it'll be 38. Then episode 40 would have 39, or Kiran ribbon number 39. Then episode 41 would have Kiran ribbon number 40. So I'm gonna guess either episode, because it would make the most sense because like by that point it'll be like mid-November and things are probably going to start to get a little bit more serious, and we're probably going to learn more plot stuff, because as of episode 41 there should be only 8 episodes left. So I'm going to guess that by episode 41, that's when they collect the final Kiradun ribbon that they need. And then, I don't know, something happens. Probably something happens. But I'm just going to guess that episode 41 will be probably the episode where they do get the Kiradun ribbon, assuming that they get a ribbon every episode until then. Because I don't see how it would work if it was any other number. They could do 45, but then that would be by the time like episode 46 comes around, probably. Yeah. Because at 41, episode 41 they would have 40. Episode 42 they would have 41. 43 is 42, then 44 is 43, and then 45 is 44, 46 is 45. I'm sorry if this is getting confusing. Okay, at the latest it would be, like, if it's 45, then it would be episode 46 that they finally get all the Kiradun ribbons. And then they would have 4 episodes to restore Kirakiland or something. We get the final arc. So I guess we'll see. It's either going to be 44. It's either going to be 40 or 45. Yeah. That's what I'm guessing. But who knows? Who knows what it's gonna be? But those are my guesses. Yeah. What if the queen shows up and gives them like 5 ribbons to speed up the plot? Who knows? I don't know, but like then again, the queen is kind of trapped herself. Is she not? Crazy to think there's only 13 episodes left to wrap everything up. I know, right? It is really crazy to think about. Because technically episode 35 already aired. Yeah, but we're focusing on the episodes that happened in September. Who knows about noses? Exactly. Okay. I think now would be a good time to wrap up the stream for today. Yeah! Okay, let me get rid of okay, goodbye Pudding. Goodbye Melon. It's okay, Pudding and the Melon are still there. Okay, but yeah, so we will talk about episode 33 and 34 next week. Hey pets! Thank you for the head pets! Yeah! Okay, so let me get my schedule for the rest of the week. We do have, I know I didn't stream yesterday, but we have a lot in store this week. Yeah! Okay, so tomorrow we are going to be playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds! Yeah! I really wanted to play it again and I couldn't decide. Like, I know I said I was gonna forgot to make a poll, and yeah, so we're doing Sonic Racing Crossroads on Wednesday, and then on Friday we're gonna be playing Fall Guys. Yeah. So if you do have either of these games, and you do want to play, maybe for Sonic Racing Crossroads, I'm going to do a few rounds. But usually I do solo rounds for Fall Guys on my own, and then I open a room afterwards. But maybe if there's enough people who want to play Sonic Racing Crossroads, then maybe I can open a lobby as well for that too. Yeah! I actually never played Fall Guys before, so I may download it. Yeah! It is free, so yeah, it's very silly and fun. Yeah! Okay, and then on Saturday we do have a Repo collab. Yeah! It's been a while since I played Repo, but I'm excited to play it again. And that is going to be with Curtis, Lance, and Kendra. Yeah! And that is going to be at 10 p.m. EST. Yeah! It's Sonic Racing. Da 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 da. I've had so much fun with Sonic Racing Crossroads. I'm really excited to play it tomorrow. Yeah! And the rival system is so good. Like the rivals, I will show you guys where I'm at. But it's so tough sometimes. With the higher level rivals. Did you do the Miku event? I did do a little bit of the Miku event. I didn't get too far, but I did participate in it. Oh, sorry. I did participate in it a little bit. Yeah. I didn't get too much time to do it, though. I just realized pudding and melon have the opposite color scheme to their respective desserts. Custard pudding is black on top and melon cream soda is green and white. Oh, you're right! I guess they did think this through. They really were. It's just another way, like how they mirror each other. But wait, is pudding usually black like that? Wait. Well, I guess it could. Oh yeah, it could be. I guess. Oh, custard pudding. Wait, let me look up custard pudding specifically. It's usually yellow. But I guess you mean like the bottom, maybe? Or maybe like the burnt point, the burnt part of it. Probably. I'm trying to like find wait, Japanese custard pudding. I know it's still yellow. It's black on top at least. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. It would have been funny if Melodon's theme color was yellow, like her sub color was yellow. But then again, I like the pink works the best given her theme and all. Yeah. Okay, but yeah. And then on Sunday we do have our members only watch along of You and Idol Precure. Yeah. So that's when we'll be watching episode 36 of the season. Yeah. You'll get to yeah, and that on that stream you'll get to see my live reaction. Yeah. Hey Pets. Thank you for the head pets! I've been lurking throughout the stream. Thank you for lurking, Running Angel! Also, welcome back! Okay. So now let's see who can we raid to finish off the night tonight. Let's see. Also, I do want to thank Cat Gamer for the blue super chat. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay, I need to hold on. YouTube Studio changed its layout, and I'm confused. I need to figure out how to like where to do raids. Okay, there we go. Okay. I don't like how they changed the layout in YouTube Studio. The old layout was just fine. I don't know why they had to change it. I have a new VTuber for the suggestion. Oh, okay, I'll just see if there's anyone else we can raid into first. We'll see. Thank you for the stream, even though I missed most of it. It's okay. Thank you for stopping by. Did Plum get my head pats and wait, head oats? Head oats? I know what you meant. Head pats and hugs. Thank you for the head pats! And thank you for the hugs! I meant pats. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Ori's live? Oh, we could raid into Ori, actually. Actually, I and Amy are collabing. Kyuki, small streamer with 5 viewers. Oh, okay. If you know the full channel for Kyuki, maybe we could raid. Okay, I'm just looking here. Okay. Plum wants oats on her head. No. I will take oat milk though. Not on my head, to drink. Okay, wait. Let's see. Kyuki. Oh, I can read it to Kyuki. Bumblebee Lucy. Let me see. Oh no, I can't raid it to Bumblebee Lucy. She doesn't have raids enabled. I'm sorry. Man. Okay. Maybe we could do... let me just see where Kyuki is in their stream. I did find them. I think they're playing Silk Song, right? That's the game you're playing? It's always the no raid option. It's okay, Renegade Angel, you didn't know. They are? Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, they are live. Okay, we can raid it. Yeah, we can raid into them. Okay, they started like just over an hour ago. Okay. Yeah! Okay, we're gonna raid into Kyuki! Yeah! Okay, and they are currently playing Silk Song! Hollow Knight Silk Song! Yeah! It's fine, she's new to YouTube. Like I said, so she'll eventually learn how things work. Yeah! It's okay. Alright, so... head hugs? Thank you for the head hugs! Alright, so we're gonna raid into Kyuki! So for those who are new, when we usually raid someone, we usually leave them a little message, and that message is... Miracle Twinkle Raid! Yeah! Alright, so we're gonna raid into Kyuki! So please make sure to follow their